Assalamualaikum. I am Imran Iyas from district Multan. Climate various lecturer under the CM Punjab internship program. So I am very thankful to CM Punjab for giving me this opportunity. This was very helpful for me and all the during in terms of I have gained many experience in this internship. Basically, this internship was to aware about the climate change. For this purpose, I have prepared an subject on the topic of impacts of increasing salinity in this delta. So first of all, we will explain what is in this delta. So in this delta is basically starting from the Venus River, Sindhu district to the south in the Arabian Sea, in the coast area of the Arabian Sea, from coast area, Creek, bordering India, to the 50 Creek, all the coast area is there. Also, this is Kata, Bean, and Sugava. These are the fan-shaped delta. This is called the delta. It is the fifth largest delta in the world. So this delta consists of 95% of all the Pakistan river, only 3% are over Pakistan. The total size of the Indus Delta is 41,440 square kilometers. The active season section of the delta is only 6,000 square kilometers in extent because of the increasing salinity in all the area. So, as we know, where the Indus River enters into the Arabian Sea, this Indus Delta, so it is irrigated by the Indus River. It is primarily in the Pakistan southern Sindh province and it in area in India is Pakistan, mainly bordering the coastal region of Creek, the called as Indus River. So what was the objective? Now I have shown the picture of the Indus Delta. These all are the creeks from bordering India. This is the Sir Creek bordering India, and this is the Panchayat Delta. In case of Zindabad, in the central Sindh, central and south Sindh to the Arabian Sea, like there is Arabian Sea, this is Indus Delta, like this is the Indus River and this is the Indus Delta, this is the Indus Delta. So what about the objectives to conduct this research? First one was the establishing a correlation between lower freshwater discharge potable and salt levels. As industrial flooded irrigated by in the river through the pottery garages, so we have a correlate between freshwater discharge at the critical and sea level in that area, examining the impact of groundwater over extraction, irrigation, and transfer, tidal action, and sea level rise. Assessing socio-economic and environmental effects on the community and socio-economic effects of the community, the community migrating from this delta into salinity, analyzing how rising salinity affects groundwater potability, mangrove cover loss, and agricultural output. And according the effects on nearby communities such as agriculture failure, or migration, and health problems. There is agricultural land failure due to this people migrating, community migrating from saline area, and also there are health problems due to salt water. And the other one is suggesting strategy for sustainable management of the salt area. Technical options include regulating aquifer recharge, subsurface drainage, and salt crops, and salt tolerant erosion crops that vary in sustain. Encouraging the implementation of community-based water management and the restoration responsibility that is for to mitigate the erosion and environmental curiosity. The major output is the plan of action that includes both immediate and long-term initiatives. Immediate action is necessary, which should be long-term policy initiative. So basically, immediate action is also necessary. There is a flow to understand the million acre feet, as we all know. You can see that there is a 0.7 million acre feet, which is very low. 2001 and 1.9, 2.5, 15, 20. These are the million acre. So when we come to 2010, 2011, there is 54 and 21 million acre feet due to the famous 2000. 2010 flood. As we all know, floods are not flood waters are not good in area, but for industrial it is a blessing in disguise. Flood as more fresh water is in that area. So the 2012 and 13, 14 and also very reduced flow of, and also the 22 flood and 22 floods was there in Pakistan. So 80 million acre feet reached the capital region. The level also blessing disregard for this area and this is like that. I'll see 2009 to 11 there is an increase in million acre feet 90 to 100,000 million acre feet whatever reached there. So how I collected data as I collected data from different websites like Publish, Media Center, then other United Nations Institute of Health and National Laboratory Medicine, Sprinkle, then the Federal Times, which is a website, paper, and then dealing with the science like and multidisciplinary digital publishing institute. Otherwise, the Pakistan includes 13 for definition, Pakistan, WAPDA, and also the Food and Agriculture International Organization. So, what are the impacts of salinity in the fellow? First one is very important agriculture. So, agriculture is one of the sectors and most severely affected by salinity. Major impacts include reduced soil fertility due to salt accumulation, lower germination rates, and poor crop growth, declining yields of wheat, rice, vegetables, and further crops, management of agricultural land because irrigation with saline water becomes uneconomical, increased irrigation requirements to flush salts from the soil. These are impacts on the agriculture. So those productive farmland have reduced the household income and increased food insecurity in coastal districts such as Khatta, Jawal, Bedin, and also in the coastal areas of this and Greeks. Second impacts on groundwater resources is very important. Increasing seawater intrusion has degraded groundwater quality. These consequences include higher concentration of dissolved salt, reduced availability of potable drinking water, increased dependence on transported or treated fresh water. So, there is the dependence on the transported from other districts or other provinces has increased and freshwater dependence increased. So salinization of shallow aquifer used for domestic agriculture has affected the groundwater resources. Many villages now experience warning a shortage of safe drinking water because local wells have become saline due to the salinity in the area used by Arabian Sea seawater intrusion in the industrial term. The impacts on mangrove ecosystem, which is very important. The mangrove forest are 97% in that area of the Pakistan. Mangrove forests are highly dependent on a balanced freshwater inflow and seawater. So, rising salinity has resulted in reduced mangrove growth and regeneration, loss of sensitive mangrove species, changes in species composition, but more salt internal vegetation as a naturally grow on its own, degradation of habitat for fish, shrimp, crabs, and birds. Recent more sensing analysis found major mangrove losses in the western and central part of the Errata where salinity and erosion are the highest, mainly in the coastal areas. First one is the impacts on fisheries. Fishery aquatic impact on aquatic ecosystem has impact. Salinity has impacted this ecosystem very badly. Has major effect include economic freshwater fish species. Uh, so the fishes has shifted toward marine and brackish water species. So reduced breeding success for swine fish, lower shrimp and crab productivity in some nursery habitats, declining fish catches affecting local fishing communities. As there is no fishes in the saline water, so fish catching has become less. Changing salinity regime disrupts the ecological balance that supports commercial fishing. There will be no fish catch in that area. The fifth one is coastal erosion and loss. Salinity salinity is closely associated with coastal erosion because reduced freshwater flow also means reduced sediment delivery. The consequences will be included shoreline retreat, loss of fertile agriculture land, which is very, very harmful, increased tidal flooding in the coastal area in the creek, at the creek, expansion of parent saline mud floods. So, saline mud floods will increase, freshwater mud floods will reduce. the permanent inundation of low-lying coastal areas. Studies reports rare erosion in parts of the western Midlands accompanied by high salinity and mangrove decline. Subsequent impacts on biodiversity. Increasing salinity has altered the biodiversity of the delta. Impacts include reduction of freshwater wetlands, loss of aquatic habitats, decline of freshwater flora and fauna, changes in bird changes in bird migratory habitats, reduced ecosystem productivity, the different biodiversities. Uh, the difficulty in the biodiversity has impacted due to the salinity of the freshwater. As there is a freshwater wetland will be reduced in the area, aquatic habitats will be reduced, so flora and fauna will be reduced. These are the impacts of biodiversity, and the socio-economic impacts will be higher due to the biodiversity and affecting of the local communities. That include declining agriculture income, reduced fish production, increased poverty, seasonal and permanent migration, also employment opportunities, greater dependence on external food and water supply. So there will be dependence on transported and external food and mainly the fresh water. So communities depending on farming and fishing are among the most vulnerable to these changes. Next one is the public health impacts. Increasing salinity directly and indirectly affects human health by reducing access to safe drinking water, uh, fresh water, safe drinking water. There will be present more saline drinking water, increasing waterborne hygiene is a problem where fresh water is scarce. Realizing the risk of hypertension and other health issues associated with long-term consumption of saline water, as documented in studies of delta regions worldwide. Uh, Ninth one is impacts on hydrology. Higher salinity changes the natural hydrological function of the delta uh, by extending seawater intrusion farther inland from coastal areas to the reservoir areas to the north of the delta, and increasing salinity in tidal creeks and estuaries, reducing freshwater wetland areas, altering groundwater recharge, changing nutrient transport and biological cycling. These changes reduce the resilience of the delta to droughts and climate variability. There will be more droughts due to hydrology as the freshwater there is no fresh water in the area. So hydrology the impacts will be higher as there will be droughts in the area. So these are the impacts of salinity. These salinity due to the climate change interactions as there are more floods, hot summer, sea level rise, increased evaporation, and higher temperature, like higher hotter summers, more frequent droughts, increased freshwater availability, stronger storms, subject pushing seawater further inland. This interacting pressure make the Indus Delta one of the South Asia's most vulnerable coastal environment. So these are the first facility. Now, what are the recommendations? So first one is we have to restore environmental freshwater flows. This is the highest priority. This is the single most effective measure. So what would have to done? We have to guarantee a minimum of 10 million acre feet flow from freshwater Kodibra to the Delta. Legally binding environmental flow allocations, improving the reservoir operation to ensure fresh water reaches the delta. Also the dries the fresh water is required during the dry season. So benefits will be same water will be water back towards the sea, recharges freshwater aquifers, reduces salinity, restores wetland fisheries. And second one is sedimentary delivery. You have to restore sediment delivery. That's the sinking because it receives far less than sediment than it did historically. So we have to allow controlled sediment for the flood releases, improving sediment management as upstream reservoirs, restoring the abundant distributary channels like in the Punjab of Bias, we have to look at the Bias River. The benefits of the sedimentary delivery will be we will build a new delta land. Land elevation will be higher. As elevation will be higher, so seawater will include less flows, coastal erosion, increasing the resistance to sea level rise. Having large-scale mangrove restoration, it is very important as this is a natural bioshield for the salinity. we have to expand mangrove plantation using native species, protecting existing forest from illegal cutting, encouraging the community-based mangrove management. Methods will include reducing seawater intrusion, reduce the seawater intrusion, stabilize coastlines, improve fish nursery and habitats, increase the carbon sequestration. The fourth one is improving irrigation efficiency upstream. Over 9% of the region's water is diverted for irrigation. So we have to modernize the canal system, improve deep and sprinkler irrigation, reduce conveyance lines, and promote water saving work. So this will benefit. This will save the fresh water that can be allocated to the data, that will improve agriculture productivity. So the fifth one is control groundwater salinization. We have to limit excessive groundwater extraction, promote manage the aquifer recharge, harvest rainwater, construct recharge ponds. This will include this will benefit in protecting the freshwater aquifers, improve drinking water quality. The sixth one is constructing 70 barriers where appropriate. So we have to install tidal regulator and regular fences, constructing a small 70 control barrier only after environmental impact assessment. So reinforce natural leaves that will benefit in reducing the inlet solvent intrusion and other products of agriculture land. The seventh one is a climate smart agriculture that will introduce salt tolerant crop varieties that will improve drainage system, applying gypsum or episodic soils where suitable is very necessary and also promote crop diversification and agroforest that will benefit in maintaining the productivity under certain conditions, improve the farmer resilience. So, that one is continuous salinity monitoring. Continuous salinity monitoring for the food, you have to install real-time salinity monitoring using satellite remote sensors for mapping salinity like GIS, also developing an early warning system that will benefit in supporting the evidence-based water management that will enable the rapid response to salinity increases. The ninth one is strengthening uh, governance between freshwater and the saltwater is very important. So we have to establish an industry health management authority coordination among federal and provincial agencies that is in touch with Sindh province and Punjab province. There is very urgent coordination also between Pakistan and India. Coordinate among federal and provincial agencies for the necessary integrating reserve and coastal zone management, ensuring local community participation. Whenever the local community is very necessary, there will benefit in the improvement in policy coordination and that will support long-term coordination. So the tenth one is the livelihood diversification of communities affected by salinity need alternative income sources. So we have to promote sustainable fisheries, support ecotourism, encouraging the mangrove-based enterprise, not industrial enterprise. We have to provide educational training and microfinance at the local community level. This will benefit in reducing the economical variability. Economic vulnerability will be reduced, so community resilience will be enhanced. So the last one is the international cooperation, which is very necessary in the river is a transboundary river as of it flows from some part of China, lower part of China, from Kashmir to GB to KP, Punjab and to Sindh and then to the Arabian Sea. So we have to strengthen the data sharing, expanding the climate adaptation research, see support from international climate and conservation like FAO and US organization and other organization encouraging collaborative research on delta restoration. So we have to collaborate with, in fact, India and all other with China and other major countries. So this is the recommendation. So conclusion include as we all know the Indus data is unexpected as this issue is coming from late 90s, early 2000s. So the government did not focus on this issue. So continued inaction turned into this irreversible disaster. Maybe convert into irreversible if continuous focus is not on this. Pakistan must have more beyond reactive flood control and adopt a climate resilience approach to river and delta management. So we have to manage freshwater and saltwater approach, freshwater, the Indus Delta and soil removal from the coastal area. But data survival is not just an ecological communication, it is a touch of national gain. So sustainable reduction in sustainability cannot be achieved through engineering measures. The most effective long-term strategies and integrated approach that combine guaranteed environmental freshwater release from aquatic gas, restoration of salmon transportation, large-scale mangrove conservation, efficient upstream water use like sprinkling, and strong institutional governance. Together, these measures can reduce seawater intrusion and restore ecological function. So we have so we have to raise a voice at the national level and also international level. So, thank you.